It's garden tour day. A lot of things growing. This first bed has really taken off. As you can see from the last video, we now have nasturtiums on this end blooming. We also have some jalapeno blossoms, which I'm really excited about. I don't know if you'll be able to see them through here. There's one right there actually. Don't see any blossoms just yet on the jalapeno or on the green peppers, but the calendula and the barrage, this one's the barrage, that's the calendula, that's the barrage over there, are growing really well. And then these nasturtiums over here are just beautiful. Look at the color on these. Variegated leaves plus this different colors on the petals. It's just gorgeous. And this one has really just given up. So gonna pull this one out, try to get another one planted in here, and we'll see what happens. Really happy. Came out today and saw that the plant that James gave me for Mother's Day looks like it has a little blossom on it. So he'll be pumped when he comes back to see that that's growing really well. And the sunflower is growing, getting really big. The radish is still there. It's still growing, so I'm just gonna leave it. We have our first marigold that bloomed. And the sugar snap peas are still giving us peas and still a lot of blossoms. And this mammoth melting sugar snap pea is growing completely off the trellis now, so I'm gonna have to keep snacking on those and try to rein those in a little bit. I'm so excited about the zinnia bed. They are growing fantastic. All these little ones really took off. I'm sure this is seeded way too thick, but honestly, I'm just so excited. It looks like we're gonna have our first blooms coming soon. There's one there, and this one will be any day now too. Very excited. This bed continues to get bigger and bigger every day. The lettuce is definitely time to harvest. The kohlrabi really isn't doing much. The kale is getting eaten by a lot of bugs. I've been picking some of them off. But as you can see, I'm slowly losing that. Not really sure how I'm gonna keep up with that. The cucumbers are really taking off, although I'm not quite sure if they're actually getting pollinated. It seems that a lot of the blossoms are just kind of falling off. I would think that this is what they're supposed to look like, this one right here. But does this mean that it didn't get pollinated when it's yellow and kind of drying up like that? I'm not really sure. I don't have any experience with growing cucumbers, so if you know, please let me know down in the comments. This is the bed where I had the lupines and the Hungarian poppies and the foxglove and this torch sunflower and some daisies and things, and honestly it's just turned into a weed bed. I'm not sure what's going to actually survive besides this middle clump of those Mexican lilies or the Mexican sunflowers, so I think we're just going to let this one go. I'm going to rip it up. I'm also going to build these beds up another level in fall and see if that makes a difference. I'm going to put down another layer, probably of plastic this time, not even do the weed block because it's obviously not working. This bed is that hummingbird mix, and I'm very excited because today when I walked out, we actually have some flowers that have bloomed. No idea what they are, but they're actually kind of pretty. So happy to see something else that's actually growing in here, and hopefully a few more things start blooming one of these days. These tomatoes that I moved out here in these pots are growing amazing, and in fact we've got a lot of fruit setting already on this plant. There's a couple more blossoms up there, and then we have this one here which doesn't have any blossoms on it yet. I don't even see any, I don't see any flowers or anything yet.
Hey!
The garden entertainment, the dog is trying to eat the fig tree and lick the water. The tomato bed is bursting. The basil is growing more and more every day. We have lots of fruit on, this is a cherry tomato. There's all kinds of fruit setting. And then on the Roma tomato, as you saw last time, I mean, even now they're getting bigger and bigger, and I'm hoping by the time we get back from vacation, we're gonna be gone for the next few days, that we will actually have some ripe fruit when we get back. This one got so big, I had to restake it. It's got tons of blossoms, and it's gonna be giving us a lot of tomatoes, and I'm so excited for our first ripe tomato. This one has a bunch too. And I recorded a quick video on these DIY Oyas. I just refilled them. Really excited to see that the roots are actually like finding their way to the clay pots in the ground. So definitely check out that video if you want to see how I made these. So that is the garden as of today. It is June 10th, 2019. Really happy with how everything is growing, and can't wait till we have our first harvest of tomatoes. I hope everyone has a great night.